5 ounces of gold? That's a lot of gold there.
From a family member.
Hidden in an attic.
Wait, hidden in an attic. So this is the first time you're going to look at them?
Yes, it's never been opened.
If I brought in a 100-ounce gold bar, would you buy that from me?
Yep, that's fine. That's fine.
Wait a minute, you have two 5-ounce?
And I have one.
You're selling your gold. Do you mind if I ask you why?
I'm selling part of my gold, and it's because I need the money.
We're selling part of it because the price is good right now, and we're building a cottage in Maine.
Awesome. Well, Tim and I were discussing that earlier. We're saying with these all-time high prices, we might see people coming in to sell some gold, but I don't think I've ever seen somebody coming in here to sell 5 ounces of gold Johnson Matthey, and then two 10-ounce silver bars. That's a lot of gold there.
It is, isn't it?
Wow.
So we have dental lab. They closed their lab a couple years ago, but we're still functioning. We buy a lot of gold. So to us, it's like not that big of a deal, right? We buy gold, we sell our scrap when we have scrap, and we're so used to seeing gold that it doesn't have quite the same effect on us.
Wait a minute. This is nothing to you, selling all this gold?
No, it's not nothing.
I know, I'm teasing.
We had a dental laboratory, and dental restorations are made with gold.
Now I get it.
So when we melt it and cast it and all that, so doesn't have quite the same wow factor.
You see gold a lot in your daily work.
Exactly. I'm trying
So, but you don't see it like this, right?
We never see it like that.
Did you buy those bars?
No, they were gifted to us from a family member.
Hidden in an attic.
Wait, hidden in an attic.
First they were buried.
1982, so 50.
Wait. Buried or hidden in an attic?
First they were buried
Okay.
on a 50-acre property, literally buried. And then when they were dug up, they were put in the attic and hid in the attic.
Do you concur with that?
I heard conflicting accounts about the burying part, but
Okay, I don't want
either way, they were stashed. We had an uncle that lived like a miser.
Did you know he had gold?
I haven't seen this uncle since I was like 6 months old. I've never met him. When your brain starts computing the numbers, it's like, wow. You know, it was like, I don't know, 100 and... It was a lot.
Do you feel that you had a good understanding of the importance of stacking gold and silver when you found it, or were you just like looking at it from a dollar sign standpoint? I'm going to sell all this stuff.
No, probably not a great understanding. We're just trying to decide what's the best thing to do. Tried to figure out, like, for us, like, is it more of a value to our children to put it into our property in Maine and a cottage in Maine for them and their children?
Or hold it in this
state.
Right. So, are you finding this hard to do?
Yes and no. It has been. That's why I've only done a little at a time, because it has been.
There's something there.
Oh,
Do you ever wonder if, I don't know, in another year?
yes, yes, or 2 or 3, yes.
And you know what's happening to our currency.
Yes.
Is this all of it, or is there more?
This is not all of it.
And you're not planning on selling all of it right away,
No,
right?
I am not.
Good for you.
No, I
I
am
think we
not.
have like 2 more 5-ounce bars and 28 Krugerrand 1-ounce Krugerrand.
28 Krugerrands. Well, did you see the Krugerrands down here? Yeah, the first row on the bottom there is Krugerrands. Eagles, maples, buffaloes. Pretty, huh?
Yeah, they are really pretty. Especially the other side of the Krugerrands. They're gorgeous.
5 ounces. Johnson Matthey.
He said it's not
We
true?
didn't have to go dig it up, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know that came from. Maybe he was kidding. You never know.
He
with our
might have been
father. He
kidding.
makes stuff up.
Yeah.
All
Dads
right,
do
girls,
that.
get this story straight.
He said they were in a milk crate in the basement, and that's how some of them got some of these rusty spots on them around the edge.
Oh, the red?
No, ours don't
Yeah.
have any rusty
Just from
spots.
being in a
Don't show 'em
basement.
that.
In a
That's
milk
on the
crate.
plastic.
It's on the
though.
plastic.
That's on the plastic.
Gold, yeah, gold doesn't rust.
Smelled like mold too.
They smell.
I could smell the nothing.
So you were just talking about the uncle that had this gold, had a stroke. How did he communicate where this was?
I don't know. I haven't heard that story, but he was able to my dad. He couldn't talk,
It was his brother, our father's brother. Yeah.
but
Wow, so that's a really important piece with generational wealth. When you pass gold and silver on, you got to have it written down or communicated with trusted people. People need to know that you have
Before
it.
you have a stroke.
because the gold was not documented anywhere, if he hadn't been able to communicate it with my dad when my uncles moved out of an apartment, he didn't even live in his own house. He had it stashed in the attic of his apartment. So whoever moved in after him,
He hadn't communicated it to my father before he died, because he died shortly a year after he had the stroke.
8 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it could have been bad. It could have been a really
Because
troubling
it wasn't
situation.
written anywhere, put in a will or anything. That's why I brought
Put that in.
these also, just in case Tim did not want another one of these.
Just in case you
Or
didn't want to
can't
buy
move
it.
another one of
Is there
them.
anything
I'm
you
a sucker
won't?
for anything gold, you know.
You're a sucker for the women too. If they come in, you're gonna buy from them. I know you, Tim.
They're always fun, but they can never get their story straight.
No, that's very true. Well, I think our father is he doesn't like to give straight stories. So he could have told her one thing and told me another thing. That would be very like him to do that.
A couple gentlemen over here. Do you claim these two?
No, we have nothing to do with
You have no
They were bodyguards.
bodyguards. Yes, that's smart.
25.
Nice to meet you.
25,000.
Is there any size gold? If I brought in a 100-ounce gold bar, I wish, would you buy that from me?
Probably not.
No, okay, fine. No, if it wasn't me, if it was somebody, if it was like this lady right here, if she brought in a 100-ounce gold bar,
Well, that changes everything.
Have you ever seen 100?
How what's the biggest?
I think the ones on the
you've seen.
COMEX are 400 ounces, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
Where are those again?
on the COMEX, the Commodities
Are
Exchange.
they really?
Yeah, they're pretty big.
they're massive because nations stack gold, right? So they put
Right.
their wealth into it. They want large bars, right, to handle billions.
Makes sense, right?
I once saw one, I won't tell you which financial network is, and the woman said, yes, this is a 400-ounce gold bar. And of course, it was a 40-ounce bar.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so what we were curious about is if there's a difference in the amount that you pay per ounce for a 5-ounce bar versus the Krugerrands. I didn't open these, but
No,
I'm
actually, it's pretty much the same.
This came in a homemade pine box that my father-in-law made.
cut down a tree, you bored a hole in it,
A bunch of holes for
put
different
these
ones.
in it.
I still
Am I
have the
opening
last
wrong
two.
end?
There's no, I
You do?
couldn't
You really?
clean it up. It
Oh,
wouldn't clean
yeah,
up.
this-
It had so much tape residue on it, it just wouldn't clean up.
So this is the first time you're going to
I
look
heard
at
that
them?
story too. And,
Yeah.
This particular too.
This,
Right,
this
this
he
roll-
said no,
This-
that
yeah,
his,
it's never been
their
opened.
Uncle
This
John
is probably-
put it in his attic.
this is probably
Once he
like a
started
50-year-old
accumulating,
water
He had
paper
a
towel.
secret spot up there, buried underneath insulation.
These have never, as far as I know,
Sounds like a safe place.
ever been taken out of this tube.
Okay, so
Since
how
he
many
bought 'em.
did you want to sell of all this stuff?
Depends on how much you're going to give us
10.
for 'em.
We'd like to keep 4 of these,
You can't part with all of them.
but we have more.
Oh,
But
goodness.
just wanna. We just had a amount. We thought we'd sell 15 ounces,
Yeah.
basically. So do you have to put the amount? No, I just.
No,
What's that?
I take care of the rest of it.
Side there. Something someone brought in today?
Well, Tim, that's a good question. What is the silver that we have
On the side.
on the edge here? All these bars and rounds. Did you pick those up from someone and selling them?
No, they're actually an accumulation that the guy who called about them usually buys the oddest ones he could find.
Those are beautiful.
I know. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Be a great gift.
Father's Day.
And this
It's
one
interesting how these,
Happy
these have
Valentine's
a reddish
Day.
tint to them.
Yeah.
And this is
Oh,
so cool.
yeah.
What are you going to do with the rest of the gold, or what have you thought about doing with the rest of the gold?
Well, most of it's in a very, very special hiding place.
Smart.
But
You're going to reveal that now on this channel, right?
yeah, I'll tell you exactly where it is. We gave 7 ounces each to our children, our 2 kids.
Oh, that's wonderful. What a blessing to them. Do they know what they've received, really?
Yeah, they do, and they're smarter than us because they're hanging on to it, and they don't want to cash it in just yet. So
You got to be proud of them.
Yeah.
Really?
We're proud of
we're
them.
pretty proud.
You know, we're getting older and we've got dreams that we want to fulfill. So they're young.
And also,
and-
they're going to need to take care of us very soon,
Yeah.
so they're going to need the money for that. We've gotten some help along the way through our lives, and we just want to be able to pass it along to them, help them out a little bit too.
Before we acquired all this gold, it hasn't changed our personal happiness at all.
Yes,
So-
it has. I'm so much happier now. Yeah.
It's a little bit more of a financially, okay, you know, this is cool. But, you know, you can be really miserable and have.
You're just happy.
Yeah. Who wouldn't be, right?
He never got married and never had kids, so kind of begs the question, like, who was he saving it for? Or maybe he thought that the economy was going to collapse, you know, a long time ago, and
Would you have ever thought to buy gold or silver prior to this?
no.
We don't make smart decisions like buy gold and hang on to it. We lose all our retirement in the stock market.
That's awesome. Oh, man. But now, do you see the value in it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and we're totally aware of the uniqueness of this story and how it could have ended up so different. Somehow, his brother, their father, was able to understand what he was saying somehow and lead and find it up in that attic, which is incredible. I mean, who gets gifted this? Like this kind of thing doesn't happen to many people. So
It is very true.
we're very fortunate.
In fact, I'm going to say right now, if there's anyone that's watching this this has happened to, please put it in the comments below. I'd be curious to read about it.
Yeah,
We have a bunch of wheat pennies.
You buy wheat pennies too, Tim?
No, but that's stacking. In a way, that's stacking.
What we would suggest to go over to your grandparents' house, get a ladder, get up in their attic, tear out all the insulation.
No, don't do this. I'm going to have a ball editing this.
How many times do you do put a channel up, put an episode of your channel up?
I try to do at least one Tim video a week. That's my
Do you
goal.
really?
Tim, thank you. You're such a pain in the ass.
Come on, buddy. Throw me a like and subscribe right now.
Listen,
He's counting our money.
all I can
Get
say
that
is if
camera
you're
out of
not subscribing to this channel, you're missing a lot.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.